Hey everyone, so tonight we're going through my comedy slash jerk the tear out of a glass eyeball section. So as far as I got the other sister, it's a romantic comedy that is horrible of critics, and a lot of people don't like it, honestly, mainly because the main actress, Juliette Lewis, she plays a handicapped woman named Carly Tate, and she's not exactly believable, but Giovanni Ribisi's in it, and he does great, and Don Keaton and Tom Skerritt as well. So I think it's a really good film, and I've seen it several times. It's directed by Gary Marshall, from the director of When I Bride and Pretty Woman. So, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's really funny. It's a cute little love story, I think, honestly. And she's not terrible in it. She has good parts in it. It's just, it's not usually your Oscar-worthy handicap portrayals that you'd see. And you've got Larry Philip Morris with Jim Carrey and Ian McGregor. It's a true story. And it's actually one of Jim Carrey's best films, I think. Or best performances, honestly. Because he's not only funny, but he's also, dramatic in it. Like, he pulls off both. So I think it shows off both of his range, or all of his range, honestly. And it's a comedy, and it's kind of touching. Oh yeah, I've got I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my other review, but Monster. It's a true story about Eileen Warner, who's a prostitute, and it's an amazing film and an amazing cast. Charlize Theron did terrific, as well as Christina Ricci. And I've got The Deep End of the Ocean, Michelle Pfeiffer. I've been a big fan of her since Batman Returns, and yeah, I just love her in general, not only as Catwoman, but in her, more mature roles, and her range as well definitely shines in this movie, as well as Whoopi Goldberg's. It's a great film. It's about a woman that loses her son and tries to find him again, and then gain her family's love again after her being so depressed for years. This is another great Charlize Theron film, North Country. She plays a lot of dysfunctional woman, but usually that's her best performances that she does, and she's great in this. It's an amazing film. And it's really powerful, and this is really sad though. Like, it takes a lot for me to watch that. Like, it's just so depressing. And this movie, Ladder 49, is a great film, starring John Travolta and Joaquin Phoenix. I think both of them do a terrific job in this, and it's just a great story. I'm sure many of you have seen it, but it's definitely worth another watch. I have to speed things up because I can't talk forever about all these movies. Hello, My Name is Doris. It's a great film with Sally Field. Comedy, pretty much, a romantic comedy about an older woman that falls for this younger guy and goes to desperate measures to get him. Yeah, I've already talked about those. So I've got One Last Thing. This is actually an independent film. It's a really good movie. It's about this guy that he's definitely sick, basically, and he's a teenager. So he makes this wish, basically, on the news, a TV show, to meet this model because he has a crush on her. And she's like, what? It's a really good film. The Episode of Anger. This is a great film. It has Joan Allen and Kim Costner and Erica Christensen. I really like this cast, and the movie is really good too. It's a comedy, romantic comedy for older people, I guess, more mature people. Okay, this movie is my favorite. Well, I got so many favorites, I can't just say it. So, Son of Birch. It's about a little dwarf kid who has trouble fitting in, and his parents don't spend any time with him and stuff, and he basically gets taken. Well, he has a mother figure, acid Judd, and then his best friend, Joseph Mazziello, he's a great actor. He was in Jurassic Park and as Tim, and then he was also in Radio Flyer. It's a really great film, and he was amazing in that for his age. And he's really good in this too. And his most recent film is Bohemian Rhapsody, which is good, but I don't think it could have been better. Just saying, because it's one of my favorite bands, and I was a little let down, honestly. This will definitely make you cry. Very fan of Heath Ledger, which I always was. And it basically tells about his final days and him as an actor. Shakespeare Program, The Birdcage. As much as I love Robin Williams, and as fun as he is, I honestly think that Nathan Lane steals the show in this movie. He is absolutely hilarious. And August Rush is a great film. The music is beautiful, and just the overall story is great. Another film with Robin Williams, which is usually what he's in. Look Who's Talking. I'll have Christy Alley and John Travolta, and also Bruce Willis is the voice of what's the kid? I forgot his name. Crazy Stupid Love. It's a really good film. I'm not usually into romantic comedies, with the younger age type, but this is kind of involving two different couples, and their lives are entwined together, and it's really funny. And I love Julianne Moore anyway; she's one of my favorite actresses. And to find secrets out of that Yaya Sisterhood, my mom introduced me to this film, And I already liked Ellen Bernstein and Ashley Judd and Sandra Bullock and Maggie Smith, so I was on board for it, and it's just really good. Coming of age film. Where the Heart Is. So I didn't mention these are also some shit flicks in the selections, or in my category. I had them all. But, so yeah, it's a great film. I mean, nothing to know about, but she gets stuck in Walmart and she has a baby and stuff. The voices. This movie is hilarious. I think it's one of Ryan Reynolds' best films. It's really funny. This is, as far as acting goes, I think Ryan Reynolds does his best in this. Because he not only does the main character, but he also plays the voices of the cat and the dog, which is hilarious. And it's a dark comedy about a serial killer. And it's really funny and pretty dark, too, in ways. But Ryan Reynolds is great in that. Find Things. Okay, this is a movie that my mom had before, well, on VHS, and I really liked it. Surprisingly, because it's pretty old. It's like 1990-something. But, I don't know, the cast is really good. I'm not familiar with their names, but it's really good. It's like a Lifetime movie, basically. And then, well, The Edge, it's like a survival film, which is really good. I think I've already mentioned that one. Pretty sure. And 10 Things I Hate About You. Starring Heath Ledger. Julia Stiles. I've never been a big fan of her, honestly. But the film's pretty good. And, Jessica Gordon-Levitt. And Oscar Isaac. So these are not in order at all, so I'm just gonna go with it. Sorry. And I've got Dumb and Dumber, one of my favorite movies, as well. Jeff Daniels also shines in this, not only Jim Carrey, but I think Jeff Daniels is just as funny, and his roles aren't usually particularly comedy that I've seen. I've just seen him in more serious roles, like Term to Endearment, and Olivia, that's what he's in, and other things I can't remember right off the bat. Bruce Almighty. It's a really good, another good film with, well, Jim Carrey not only is a goofball as usual, but he's I don't know, it just has a little bit more of a, not realism, but it's not quite so comical. It has some serious moments in there, and life lessons and all. I really like that. The Dog Problem. This is an independent film, but it has one of my favorite actors, Giovanni Bussi. His therapist, basically tells him that he should get a dog. And The Gift. This is like a thriller. All different people in it are different actors. That's really good. Kate Blanchett, Giovanni Bussi again, Keanu Reeves, Greg Kinnear, Hilary Swank. Yeah, so it's a really good cast. Unfortunately, some of the cast members aren't used as well. Like for example, Hilary Swank, she does get in her role, but she's not given enough to do, really. I don't feel. It's directed by Sam Raimi. It's a good film. And then one of Giovanni Bussi's best performances, honestly, I've seen. The Big White, Bob Williams. It's a great film. Independent, again, I'm a big fan of independent films, obviously. Yeah, so that's really funny. Bob Williams, Giovanni Bussi, Woody Harrelson, Holly Hunter. And basically he finds his dead body, and he tries to trick these detectives, saying that it's his brother, somehow, to help give his wife surgery. She has mental issues. Sister Act 1 and 2. These are one of my childhood favorites, because I love Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm still waiting for Sister Act 3, damn it, which I guess we got that in Joyful Noise. It's pretty much the same thing as Sister Act 2, but they're really good films. 500 Days of Summer. It's Jessica Gordon-Levitt is a really good actor, and as well as Zoe Deschanel, I think they're a really good pair. And the movie's quirky and funny, and has a good soundtrack too, actually. Me, Myself, and Irene, No One's Bitten. Yeah, so Jim Carrey is obviously probably his most, how do you say it? More, vulgar, I guess, in this, which is not a bad thing. It's pretty fucking funny. Freedom Riders. That's been done several times, but it's a good film, and Hilary Swank's in it, so why not? Fried Green Tomatoes. It's a tearjerker. It's sad. It's a long movie, but it's a great movie. And I love it. Kathy Bates and Jessica Tandy. Red Gardens. I actually still haven't seen this thing yet. I've had this for about 2 years now. Or longer. I want to see it. But everyone says it's sad, so I've been delaying it. Miss Doubtfire. Another favorite of Robin Williams. And Sally Field as well. Yeah, it's just a great film. It's funny, directed by Chris Columbus. I never get tired of it. It never gets old. I can quote it backwards. Forrest Gump. A long movie, great movie. Sally Field again. Tom Hanks. Eating Out. It's an independent gay film. No, it's not porn, but, well, some of the scenes might as well be. It's alright, I guess it's funny. And Edge Hands, I think this is one of Johnny Depp's best performances, honestly. and as well as Tim Burton's best films. I don't know why. I guess I just like it because it's so. I fell for the character Edward, honestly. I feel bad for him. And Sybil, Sally Field got a Oscar for this, and she really deserved it. Playing it's based on a true story about a woman with 13 personalities, and it's a great film. And Liar, it's one of my favorite Jim Carrey films. I've got so many of them, and I love him. I've always pictured him of him being my secret father. No offense, Dad. But yeah, he's just hilarious in this, and it has a good meaning too, and good morals about not lying and shit. Gran Torino. I still haven't opened this either. I've seen it so many times, but I'm gonna watch it again eventually. The Proposal. It could have been funnier. Sandra Bullock has a thing with ruining weddings. She's also in that movie that I really like, While You're Sleeping. And she does basically the same thing, where she basically pretends like she's dating someone, but then she comes clean about it and then ruins the wedding. Yeah, but it's still good. And Betty White's in it, so. Love, Simon. I love the movie. It's a great film. It has her in it from 13 Reasons Why. Yeah, it's a good film. And Jennifer Garner's good in it. She's good in everything. Ace Ventura 1 and 2. I love these films. I've seen them so many times, though. I've gotten rid of these once before, because I just figured I'd never watch them again, but then I did. When I watched them again, I tried to get rid of it, so I bought it again. The Banger Sisters. I think this is a really underrated film with Goldie Hawn and Susan Sarandon. It's a drama, or basically a friend story between friends, or long-lost friends, basically, that come together, and it's a good film. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I did a review on this. One of Johnny Depp's other best performances, as well as Leonardo DiCaprio. He should have won for that. Totally, especially for his age. I actually thought he was really handicapped when the first few times I saw it, because I was a kid. Yeah, I cry on this movie every time for the mother. Spoilers. Yeah, it's just a great cast. It just has that unperfect family that's so realistic, and anyone can relate to, really, in some sort of way of feeling like your life is overbearing. As good as it gets. I don't know why, even as a kid, this is a very mature film, and not something that would normally gravitate towards kids' entertainment, but this movie did. I guess it's because Jack Nicholson's performance as Melvin Udall is just so entertaining and hilarious and outrageous. It's just he's so funny in it, with also being charismatic. The Fault in Our Stars, I've only seen this once, for a very good reason. It's sad as fuck. Three Ninjas, Knuckle Up. I don't like that one, honestly, but I like the first one a lot. Pay It Forward, another Helen Hunt movie. Taylor Johnson and Kevin Spacey. It's a really good film. Basically about this kid signs up for a school project to help others, but in return they have to pay it forward to help 3 other people, and then they help the others, and then the chain goes on, and then unravels a story of people helping each other, and some of it backfires, and it's just a really good film. It's really good, and really great performances in this. Boys on the Side. This is a really good film. It's a brand adventure. Starring Whoopi Goldberg, and it's really funny, and it's a tearjerker, of course. It's Sales Playbook. I actually saw this in theaters with my caseworker at the time, and it was really good. 50-50. Honestly, I don't remember critics really raving this or anything, or even people that the audience. I think it's a really good film. Jessica Rabbit is really good in it. Anna Kendrick is good. I think it's a really great love story comedy, basically, and it just deals with struggles of life and cancer, basically, and it's just really touching. And the bond between the friendship of Seth Rogen and Jessica Rabbit is pretty funny as well. Why don't I put these back? For Richer or Poor, Sally Field again. I love this film. I love Christy Alley. She's really good in it. I don't think a lot of people have seen this, but they should. It's basically, they're rich, but then they get suspected for cheating on their taxes, so they try to hide in the Amish community, and things do not go well at all in this place. Angus. I was actually listening to the soundtrack of this today. It's a really good film. I know it looks really low budget, but it's actually a really, really good film. It's a coming of age story about this overweight kid that always has his crush on this girl that's dating this jock, and it's just a really good film. And it's a good soundtrack too, with Green Day in it, and it has the guy from Dawson's Creek. What's his name? I forget. But anyway, it has Kathy Bates in it. She's good in it too, as Angus's mother. Little Nicky. I don't know why. It's so stupid, but it is pretty fucking funny. Cheaper by the dozen. She's the Man. I just love these swap gender roles where they Miss Doubtfire or the White Chicks, and they got Amanda Bynes. It's a good film. It's not great, but I think it's funny. One of Shannon's first films. Don John. Jessica Levitt's directorial debut. I had to get it to support him because he's a really great actor. And Julianne Moore's in it too, so why not? I got it. Just Friends, Amy Smart, Ryan Reynolds. I think this is a good film. It's comedy. And Anna Faris is in it. She's really hilarious. She always plays the dumb blonde, and she's perfect at it, so I guess that's why. Okay, now here's the really sad one. That's why in the back, because I try to avoid watching them, because, yeah. Candy, okay. I did a review on this recently, and it has Heath Ledger, Abby Cornish, and Jeffrey Rush. It's an independent Aussie film, and it's based on the book Candy, and it's just basically about a man and a woman that fall in love, and they're in a love triangle with a drug, and it's just really powerful and so realistic, and you really feel for these characters, and it's really deep and heartbreaking and truthful, and don't watch this on a bad day. And one of Heath Ledger's best performances as well, and that which is sadly not recognized as much as his others. Freeheld, a true story about basically what helped the equal rights movement and the gay marriage. It's a really good film with Julianne Moore again, Michael Shannon, Steve Carell, and Ellen Page. Yeah, it's just a really sad movie, basically with, the cancer again. My mom and dad both died of cancer, and basically just Julianne Moore's performance once again is incredible. It's just so realistic and believable that you feel for her, and it's, of course, reminded me of my parents when they went through it, and I'm sure many of you who had a loved one that went through that, or yourself maybe, can relate of what it's like, and yeah, it's, oh god, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that one now. Okay. Touched by an Angel. It's a, season 1 through 3. I think this show is really good. Some of them are a little corny, with the devil and all that, with the suit, and then the car, and I don't know. But anyway, there's always really good morals in this, and always really good performances by the cast, and I like the holiday specials too. Okay, I got 3 in this. Mainly got it for Crash and Monsters Ball. I didn't really care for O, honestly. But yeah, Crash is a good film. It's not worth Best Picture there, I don't think, but it was good. Monsters Ball is really good. Another Heath Ledger performance. Billy Bob Thornton, Halle Berry, she's incredible in this. Another tearjerker, of course. Okay, 3 Ninjas. Finally, somewhat happy. It's a really good 90s kids film. It's basically about 3 kids that train to be ninjas. It's just, well, like Ninja Turtles Mutant Alone, basically is what it is, and that's what it says. And then I've got Georgia Rule. It's a really good cast, really good story. Basically, again, the imperfect family story. Yeah. I Am Sam. I've done a review on this a while back with Sean Penn and Michelle Pfeiffer. Both give stellar performances, and I actually thought he was handicapped too when I first saw this because I was a kid too. Even as a kid, I'd like movies like this that with really good performances that draw me in, and the kids are alright. I'm convinced Julianne Moore is a lesbian in real life, or at least bisexual, because she's always playing a lesbian, which isn't a bad thing. I guess she's good at it. Well, she is. Okay, Mysterious Skin, another Jessica Rabbit performance. It's basically about 2 kids that are basically raped. It's not one I watch often, of course, but one of them ends up being a prostitute, and the other one grows up thinking that he was abducted by aliens. So, yeah, it's a good film. It's really dark, but it has some comedy in it, actually. The War. I love this movie. Elijah Wood is really good in anything, really, honestly. Even as a kid, like, his range was so good, and he could do just about anything, from comedy to crying to, then him being in Lord of the Rings, losing Isaiah, Jessica Lange, and Halle Berry, basically them trying to get custody of Isaiah because Halle Berry's character in her past was a drug addict, and Jessica Lange got custody of her kid, and she tries to win him back, and it's sad. It's like a Lifetime movie too, but it's a pretty long film, but it's a good film. I guess Osage County. Yeah. Well, the cast is incredible. It's just a really good film. Stepmom, one of my favorite family movies. Chris Columbus directed it. Julia Roberts, Susan Sarandon. Yeah, I did a review on this too, and I won't talk about it because it's basically too sad. So, Still Alice, another great film. Julianne Moore is, of course, I'm gonna say she is incredible in this. And there's a lot of scenes in it where she's giving performances where it just hit me and punched me in the gut, basically. Because I can just relate to her in so many ways. Not because I have Alzheimer's, but for other reasons, I guess. What Dreams May Come, which I didn't like that movie at all, honestly. And then Patch Adams, which I loved. With Robin Williams. Brokeback Mountain. Why would I not have this? It's a great film with Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal's just pretty inspirational to see two Hollywood stars, you know, be brave enough and bold enough to play such characters that could basically, at the time, could have been taken the wrong way and ruined their career. Honestly, with how some people are and critics, and they could have kept them from getting other roles, but it didn't improve them, so that was really cool. 2 Weeks. Not gonna talk about that. It's a great film. Great performance. Prayers for Bobby. Lifetime. Sigourney Weaver's good in it. It's a really low budget film. And it kind of shows. Like it's pretty dated, but it's a really good film. Miss You Already. It's a really sad film. But it is both comedy as well. It has a good mix of comedy and drama. And Drew Barrymore's good in it. Toni Collette. Again, she's just great as well in anything. Country Strong. I don't remember this doing good when it first came out. Like, Gwyneth Paltrow is praised in it, of course, being nominated, but she should have won, honestly. Garrett Hedlund, I love him as an actor. He's, like, his performance in this and his music, like his singing. Like, I've got the soundtracks to it, and I just love his voice. I wish he'd be an actual singer as well as an actor. That's a really good film. It's not exactly inspirational because Frankie Nellis, kind of like Sybil, where Halle Berry's character deals with split personalities, and she got nominated for this too. She was really good in it. Rails and Ties. Kevin Bacon and Marcia Gay Harden. That's a really good film about them adopting a son. That's actually it for my random collection. Next is my Disney collection, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so have a good day.